Hello, my name is Austin Shadle, and welcome back to the Life Endurance Podcast, where we explore methods of unlocking your true potential in the greatest endurance race we all partake in, life. Today, we're going to throw in a little neuroscience into the mix, which also happens to be a great follow-up to the last episode's topic about our mental diet. The subject is our reticular activating system, and why being aware of its function within our life can change how we see the world. The reticular activating system can generally be described as a filtration system for your senses. We are constantly taking in information from our surroundings, most of which is unconscious. This is how our body chooses those things that we consciously acknowledge. Think of it as our brain deciding what's important to us, and then it sorts out what isn't. A common example of how this can be manipulated is when you notice a red car or something brings red cars to mind. Then all of a sudden you notice every red car you pass. Nothing changed. The number of red cars would have been the same no matter what, but now red cars specifically stand out and give the illusion of an abnormally high number. As we learn more about the world, there are lots of examples of this. In sports, you develop an eye for particular movements by the opposing team or players. Police officers or soldiers develop a sense for potential threats that probably wouldn't be noticed by others. Teachers learn how to read their students' feelings. Hopefully this concept is becoming more clear. And now for the actionable part. Like the first example mentioned, all it takes is a conscious input like focusing on a red car to suddenly notice all of the red cars around you. We can apply this to almost anything and completely change how we see the world. An example for me as someone who is very interested in business, the more I've learned about different industries and business models, the more potential I see in the world to make money, even how to turn hobbies into potential businesses. For me, this has helped me develop confidence and hope in my business goals, constantly seeing opportunity everywhere I look. And that's the key point here. We can train our brains to see the positive side of things, but we can also train them to see the negative. No denying there's a lot of bad in the world, and the news or social media thrives on pushing those bad things. The more we acknowledge the bad things, the more we're going to focus on the bad we see around us. Imagine being in a state where your reticular activating system is programmed to constantly seek out the bad around you. Everywhere you go, you're going to be brought down mentally by this. And I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm going to manage an enjoyable or fulfilling life like that. But as mentioned before, while those bad things are always there and are an input from our senses, we can train ourselves to sort those out of what we consciously become aware of. Start your day thinking of good things. Maybe base this on your goals. Are you into business? Great. Train your brain to observe the businesses around you and all of the opportunities. If you're trying to lose weight or get in better shape, train your brain to notice all the gyms in your area, group fitness classes, parks or trails to run and bike on, or all the healthy food options around you. Build a sense of abundance towards your goals. Or even if your goal is just to be happier and less negative, look for the good things, be conscious, and mentally reward yourself when you see one. Let yourself get excited about seeing a cute dog or someone helping an old lady put her groceries in her car. If we are aware of how our brain sorts what we see in the world, we can control what we see. We choose what is important. So if you've felt down lately, struggling to see the positive in the world or struggling to see opportunity in your goals, you likely need to work on this. Consciously take time each day to choose what's important, and watch your outlook on the world drastically change. I hope you found some value in this episode. It is a relatively simple concept, but can have a massive impact on your quality of life, so I hope you take it to heart. Please take 30 seconds to share this podcast. That truly is the best way to support my efforts to help others chase their goals. If you want to support the podcast as well as yourself, check out my affiliate links in the description. You can find my favorite Cage supplements and get 15% off with the code SHADY15, as well as my favorite adventure gear from Kettle Mountain with their lifetime repair guarantee. Check it out now to get 15% off of your first order. And if you ever want to reach out, hit me up on Instagram at endurancebeast. I thank you for listening today, and as always, I look forward to sharing the next episode.